We have reached day 160 of the tribulation. And, one thing that we are seeing is that those individuals that think that they can operate outside of the law, can operate according to their own will and desires, and therefore they take on the role of some kind of tyrannical monster. Whether it's Osama bin Laden and his efforts with Al-Qaeda and the destruction that he brought on America, or whether it's the likes of Quaddafhy, blowing up the Lockerbie flight and the other various nefarious things he's done, torturing people. But you know what? That list can continue. You could put the likes of Saddam Hussein on it. Hosni Mubarak. These are all tyrants. And the other day, what we witnessed watching Quaddafhy being dragged in the streets, you know what? That's just desserts. He got what he deserved. And in the long run, all these people are going to get what they deserve. That being said, I don't know why it is, but the world is just filled with diabolical types that are trying to just control the masses for their own benefit and pleasure. Like the nutcase that runs North Korea, Kim Jong-il, or his son, whatever the hell his name is. Vladimir Putin. What exactly is his vision? Why is he coming back into power? When you start being in power forever, you start looking like a dictator. There's a reason. One of the biggest problems with America nowadays is career politicians. Dudes that have been nothing but politicians their whole lives. But you'll notice the dictator types, it's that old saying, power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely. Once you become a dictator for life, like Fidel Castro, the day he dies, the world will be celebrating as well. That loser down in Venezuela, he thinks he's cured of cancer. Hopefully he's not. I don't really wish ill upon people, but he just seems like a dictator type, because I don't see that democracy is flourishing in Venezuela. And now, the whole world, we're holding our breath, because we're watching the Middle East, and according to our President Barack Obama, democracy is about to blossom like a big bouquet. And because of that, he's pulling all our troops out of everywhere. America's job is done. Freedom and democracy is now breaking out. Now me, I got to see it to believe it. If history is any guide, democracy is not breaking out. And in fact, something sinister, more sinister than what was there already, which was a bunch of diabolical, evil dudes. But I'd say something more diabolical will replace it, unfortunately. But we'll see. People that see the democracy blossoming, the bouquet, they're going to say that I'm a pessimist. Me, I'm saying I'm a realist. And, these people that see the bouquet are delusional. But I will say this much. We live in a crazy world and crazy times. And on one hand, I felt the world really viewed America as weak and Obama as weak. And that may still be the case. But I think there's a new dynamic that is growing at this point, and it may just be within Obama's own mind. I feel like he is emboldened. Like he's feeling stronger. Doesn't matter what the polls say. And since he's kind of an ideologue, I think he's going to push harder for what he wants. Because he truly believes that the things that he wants is what is good and right. And people that don't agree with him, they're just either stupid or the enemy. And that's why what you're going to see is this election is going to be as nasty as they come. It's going to be an us and they affair. And it wouldn't surprise me if Barack Obama gets reelected. Right now, I think he's looking to add another trophy or two to his trophy case. And it seems like where he seems to be doing okay. Even though I'm telling you, I don't support the policy that America flies Predator drones around the world and we can drop a missile on anybody at any time that we see fit. Because, I just think it's a matter of time before we have the same rules applying to us. But right now, it's given Barack Obama some legitimacy, and I think it's emboldened him. And, the global economic collapse, I think, it's inevitable. So I don't know that he's really that concerned about his particular economic policies. But I think in the New World Order, he's kind of niching a place. I don't know if that's a good thing, but that's a bad thing. But right now, I think the Middle East is just, that's where our focus needs to be. Because in the next 6 months, man, all sorts of crazy stuff's going to happen. And, him coming out today, just saying, I'm pulling out all troops, that's it, game over. And the fact that we're going to be disarming America come November, nothing sounds right to me. With the economic collapse on the horizon. Doesn't sound good. And of course, around the world, extreme climate, extreme weather continues, flooding all over the place. There's like martial law and states of emergency across the Asian Pacific countries that are all being flooded. A lot of volcanic activity, super volcanoes, one in South America. All sorts of earthquakes. Today there was a 7.4 and I think 6.1 in Japan. So we need to just keep an eye on that as well. The tribulation continues. Here in San Jose, life goes on. I just got qualified for one more year of state insurance. So, I'm on the dole at least for another year. All right. Mark on.